showing you different ways you can do the keyword game with your students. For example, now this is for after teaching them vocabulary for subjects. Okay, what subject do you like? And it's their first time. This keyword game is usually very good when you're teaching a vocab for the first time. Okay, for instance, we're going to, when I taught them, my students, what subject do you like? This is the flashcard for each of the subjects. Okay, you place them on the board after drilling the pronunciation with your students. Now you get a colored magnet. Let's assume I choose PE as the keyword. Okay, PE is the keyword. Now if you tell them to repeat after you, then when they hear the keyword PE, they clap their hands. Okay, so if I say English, they will repeat English. Japanese, Japanese. PE. Once they hear the word PE, they clap their hands. Then you continue, calling the names of the different subjects. Now if you it's also very good a student to come and decide to pick one keyword, and the student now choose science. So the student will place the magnet either on top of the flashcard or beneath it, whichever one. So you continue again randomly. You call on the subject, and then they have to repeat after you. English, English, Japanese, Japanese, PE, PE, science. Once they hear science, they clap their hands. Then you continue moral education, calligraphy, calligraphy, just like that. You can also call them randomly. Moral education, moral education, PE, PE, science. Once they hear science, they clap their hands. Okay. You can call on few students to do this. Why this is very important is the more they repeat those words with you, the more the input is being built. So another way you can do this keyword game is we're going to assume this is the blackboard. Okay, we assume this is the blackboard. This is the second ways you can play this keyword game, and then these are your students sitting down. Okay, now for the subjects, I think on their picture dictionary they have many subjects written there. So because the setting in the classroom is usually uh, in a row, they might have like about five, depending on how large the class is, they might have about 5 or 6 students sitting down in a row. And then so in a classroom you might have like about 6 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me draw this. So these are students sitting down on their desk. Okay, and each of the row there are 5 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now you tell the students, your students, that the keyword, this, I'm going to choose on this role. This role, they are the keyword, and the keyword is Japanese. So once they hear Japanese, all the students on this row will stand up and say Japanese. Okay, so of course, while you're doing this keyword, is always very good. They will repeat after you. So now we've determined that this role are Japanese. Other roles, the other roles are English. Let's assume there's another subject here. Let's put, let me put math, okay? And then this row represents English. This one, math. The keyword is the Japanese. This is PE, science, moral education. Now, if the students hear Japanese, all the students on that roll have to stand up. So for it, this is how it is played. So of course, you tell them, repeat after me: English, English, math, math, Japanese. All the students on that row will stand up and shout Japanese. And once they shout Japanese, they sit down immediately. Then we continue. PE, PE, science, science, moral education, moral education, Japanese. All the students will stand up and shout Japanese. Okay? Then you continue doing this game by, intermittently, you'll be changing the keyword. Then you can tell another row, okay, this is not the keyword again. Let's change the keyword to PE. So you tell the students sitting here on this row that they are the keyword. So these ones are no longer the keyword. The Japanese, the students sitting on that row. So you call on those subjects randomly. Moral education, moral education. Now, when you drill this subject with them, all the students have to say, they have to repeat after you until if I call on PE, which is the keyword, the students standing on this row are the only one that will stand up and shout PE. And once they shout PE, they sit down. Then if you want to make it more fun, you tell them if all of them, if they don't stand up, at the same time, they lose a point. You can give them points by playing this game. So, since you've ascribed them to be the keyword, other students are those that will watch them. If they don't stand up all at the same time, they will lose a point. So, to make this game very convenient, you have to tell the student to move their chair a little bit backwards so that they will have space, especially those that are playing the keyword. They have to move their chair a little bit backward, not to be very close to their desk, so it won't obstruct them from standing up once they hear the keyword. Okay, so this is another way you can play the keyword game. I hope you'll be able to utilize this game in your classroom. Let me know how it goes. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.